Good morning, afternoon, or evening, and welcome to Little Guardsman. Let's go ahead and start a new game.
And so it came to pass that the day was to be saved by the most unlikeliest of heroes, a small child unwillingly thrust into the workforce. One disaster after another had been diverted due to her diligent and cunning decision-making. With the kingdom on the verge of knowing everlasting peace and prosperity, our hero could finally rest their weary head, but only after one more critical decision was to be made. A decision of great weight, a decision of immense importance, a decision that could possibly kill hundreds, even thousands of people. Oh my God, you've made the wrong choice. You didn't think things through. You've doomed us all. Everything's on fire now. We're all covered in fire. How could you have done this to us?
Lil!
What? Oh, Dad, I must have been having a nightmare.
Yeah, that was a pretty dramatic start.
It's over now, sweetie. But since you're awake, I think it's time you and I had the talk.
Uh-oh.
Out of one nightmare and into another.
Sweetie, there comes a time in every young person's life.
What? Dad, you don't have to do this.
When they have to work their dad's shift at the guard shed while he places a bet on the goblin ball match down at the pub.
Oh, that talk.
Aw, Dad, do I have to? Today was the day I was going to start off on a grand adventure with my friends. I want to sail the open sea. I want to fight ogres. I want to throw rocks at things.
You think I didn't want to throw rocks at things when I was your age? But I had a duty. I had a responsibility. I had to work at the guard shed while my dad placed a bet at the goblin ball match down at the pub.
Did he ever win anything?
Do you think we'd be stuck here if he did?
But I'm 12. Won't we get in trouble?
Not if we don't get caught. Come on, I'll show you how to handle anything that comes up.
Okay, so I guess it's turning out that Lil's dream was kind of prophetic.
Okie dokie, ready for me to very quickly show you how everything works?
Sure?
Oh, good. Everyone loves a tutorial.
No time for a full rundown, so I'll sum it up like this. The key thing to remember when being a castle guardsman is...
Dad, someone's coming. What do we do?
Okay. I guess the best way to learn is by doing. Let's just hope there's someone completely plain and boring.
Okay, so let's start learning, I guess.
Good morning, Mrs. Abernathy. How's your day today?
Plain and boring, as always.
Bingo. Would you mind if Lil looks after you?
Oh, not at all. It's always a pleasure to see your daughter, Shamish.
It's Hamish.
What is?
Never mind. Now, Lil, when a visitor approaches the guard shed, they'll generally start by stating their business.
I'd like to state my business. I bring a basket of baked goods to my son and his family once a week. Oh, would you like one?
Yes, please. Nice.
After they state their business, it's pretty much your call what to do next. You can select them and interrogate them. There's tools, the phone there on the wall. You only get 3 action points. You get it, right?
Not really. What do we need tools for?
You can pick one and it does something. Come on, Lil. I've really got to speed this along. The Goblin Ball game is about to start.
Dad's really got his priorities straight there.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm inconveniencing you?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no, not at all, dear. I don't mind helping out.
But the princess is whirly-gigging the ceremonial for slingshot.
She is? Sweet jumping jitters, we gotta get to that game. Let's wrap this up, dear. Seamus, tell the girl what to do.
The name is Hamish.
No, it's Mrs. Abernathy.
Select any highlighted element to learn more about it. Now, I already played a little getting to know the game, as is my habit before starting a Let's Play series. So I've already played through this tutorial and like maybe 3 days or levels of the actual gameplay. But for the sake of the Let's Play series, let's go through the tutorial as well.
Didn't we cover this? That's your inventory bag where you keep the things people give you or that you confiscate from them. In other words, your sweet, sweet loot. Looking in your bag for something to use doesn't cost you an action point.
All right.
Feeling stuck? This phone is for calling the royal advisors and asking for their help, but all they'll really give you is their opinion. You can get a hold of Lieutenant Stryker, captain of the guards, and technically our boss.
Hello, who's there?
Or First Councilwoman Ash, the head bureaucrat of the Sprawl with a real mind for politics.
This is Councilwoman Ash. Hello? Hello, is somebody there?
And finally, the royal jester Malcolm, chaos personified in human form.
Hello, you've reached Malcolm. Please leave a message after the goose honk. Hey, where'd the goose go? Well, chase after it, for goodness sake!
Each call costs an action point.
Okay.
Our tools. If you want to use a tool, you have to make sure it has a crystal to charge it. Here, I'll show you. I'll add today's crystals to the tools that don't have any. That way I have a well-rounded arsenal.
Why did the other tools already have crystals in them?
I carried them over from previous days. Any other questions?
That's not actually how it works in the game, though. I think at the end of the day, any crystals that remain unused in these items go back into your inventory. They don't stay in these items till the next day.
Why does a bullwhip need to be powered by crystals?
No more questions.
Let's hear the explanations.
You can use this decoder ring to decode things. Not exactly sure how it works. The instructions were written in some kind of code. It's a metal detector. You figure it out. No humming. This X-ray scanner can see through most types of clothing, flesh, and bone. It uses low-grade radiation. Do not use on trolls.
Why not?
Truth spray. You spray it, and they tell the truth. Honestly, that's what it does.
All right. This is the Royal Writ. The first thing you do when you start your shift is take a look. It's got a lot of the information you'll need to do your job. You can select the Royal Writ anytime, and it won't cost you any action points. If the Castle Guard Corps can achieve a good star rating this month, there will be a pizza party at the barracks. Note: strict 1 slice limit per guardsman. From the desk of Councilwoman Ash, there will be a demonstration in the city square this evening, held by members of the Mages Guild. If any of the speakers come through your gate, please call my office to initiate their escort and secondary screening. Congratulations to Guardsman Randy on 35 years at his post. After a 6-month undercover operation at the Sprawl Cavern for the elderly, a group of sweet Grammies and Grampies were discovered to be trafficking illegal drugs into and out of the city. While not every old person is to be treated as a drug mule, please be vigilant when dealing with somebody's grandparent. Striker. Depressed Joker seeks person with funny name. If you call and pique my interest, there's a cash bonus in it for you. Malcolm. By royal decree.
I already told you, selecting the person means you interrogate them and hear more of their story. It's the best way to find out someone's true intentions. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes using a tool will do the job better, or the phone, or it's a combination of things. I don't know, you can spend all 3 action points just interrogating them for all I care. You use the Wicked 3000 to make the big decision to let someone in, or send them packing. Now you can choose to use the Wicked 3000 at any point during a turn, but sometimes it's better to use up all 3 action points to find out everything you can, by any means necessary.
Sometimes?
Yeah, and sometimes people are in a really big hurry, like I am right now, so just pick a damn lever already.
Okay, select and hold to make your decision. And obviously we're letting her in.
Great job, Lil. Your mother would be so proud to see you now. After my delivery, I'm off to watch the big game. Got my grandson's inheritance riding on a tip that the Stapleford Snughorns are gonna win it today.
Here's a tip, never lend Mrs. Abernathy money to bet with.
Let's hurry along to the game. We don't want to be late, do we, Hamish?
My name is Shamish. No, wait, it's not. Oh, I better go. Time to put on your big kid pants. You can do this.
More like I'm being forced to do this.
Yeah, just like in the dream.
It's only for today, I swear. Come meet me in the tavern when the shift is over. Good luck.
I hope our real life experience doesn't end like it did in the dream.
Good luck with your illegal gambling.
I don't need luck.
Believe me, he does.
Okay, Lil, you got this.
Mrs. Abernathy, you nailed that tutorial. Good job. The royal rate remains the same as it was during the tutorial.
Charmed to make your acquaintance, young gate-minder. I am Tyronius Athanatos, son of Brielle and Darunia Athanatos. I have been summoned to deliver the keynote speech at the Festival of Magical Freedom tonight, hosted by the Mages Guild.
Uh-huh.
Will you require anything further?
Well, I would like some more information.
What's your speech about?
Oh, my dear child. It is obvious to me that you do not possess a magical bone in your body, and my speech, therefore, would only serve to confuse and frighten you.
A confusing and frightening speech? That doesn't sound too good.
I doubt that. I think I could figure it out.
Many non-magical beings have attempted to learn the arts, and many of those have gone mad trying to even comprehend them. Be warned.
Okay.
So what's this? The Festival of Magical Freedom anyway?
tonight hundreds, maybe thousands of like-minded mages, shamans, witches, wizards, and warlocks will gather to express our rights to use our gods-given talents without having to bend our knee to the preposterous laws of lesser beings.
Lesser beings like me?
Precisely.
So it's a quote-unquote festival to have the freedom to use your magic whenever and however you want?
A being like you could never understand.
I don't know. Sounds to me like you are already pretty free.
Right. The read said to call Ash in case a speaker comes here. So let's do that.
I'm so glad you called. Frankly, I was worried you guardsmen never followed the writ due to illiteracy. Admit the mage and my people will escort him to the venue.
Alright, will do.
The House of Thanatos, and indeed the entire Mages Guild, thank you, young guardian. You will go far.
Tyronius Athanatos. You read the writ and followed orders. Good little guardsman.
Good afternoon. I am here to pick up my 2 kids from the no-good, stingy lowlife of a father who happens to be my lying, cheating lowlife of an ex-husband, Orlando. His address is there on this incomprehensible, illegible letter my kids sent me.
Okay.
Believe me, I would love to have him get off his sorry butt and bring them to me for once.
Let's see that letter. You take a closer look at Denise's letter.
I don't know how to tell you this, but there's more to this letter than meets the eye. There's a hidden message written here. It says, "Come, son, mommy, Kelly is Nightmare." Does that make sense to you?
Oh my god! My boys don't know how to spell! But also that thing about Kelly being the worst!
So this thing was not to be used on trolls, and our dad was pretty adamant about it, but he didn't explain why not. So let's find out.
This woman's having a rough day. I'd rather save the charge.
I haven't had someone see me in my skivvies since... Ugh, I guess Orlando.
Oh, it's for aesthetic reasons. Got it?
So that's... Kelly isn't as fun as she's made out to be. If anything, she's making my kids miserable. I've never been so happy in my life! Oh my god, I need to get my kids right now!
What's your game plan?
First, I'll make sure my boys are safe. Next, I'll Kelly's so hard that it'll up Orlando's.
Okay, sounds good to me. We've got one more action point.
I knew I never should have introduced them to each other. Kelly was my hairdresser.
Oh.
Was is the key word. Can I go get my kids now?
Sure.
People come and go, but no matter what, you'll always be those kids' mother.
You're right. I will be, no matter who that low-life jerk ex-husband Orlando dates. Thank you for saying that.
Aww. We'll admit her, obviously. Go get your kids.
Thanks. Don't worry, Polyphemus Orlando Jr. Mama's coming for you.
Good luck.
Denise the Cyclops. Oh, Cyclops, not a troll. Duh. Good use of the decoder ring, Guardsman. You didn't judge a book by its cover, and you knew not to stand in the way of a mama bear and her cubs. Well, yeah.
What in the bloody blazing blasted hell is the hold-up? Why have we stopped, whelp?
Well, sir, the guard.
Silence! Speak when spoken to, or you'll get the whip, whelp!
Yes, sir.
Now, you, child, let me pass. I have important business to attend to. Come on, shake a leg. BS waits for no man.
BS?
Bank of the Sprawl.
That's an unfortunate abbreviation.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. Also, I really dislike this dude already.
What kind of business do you have at the bank today, sir?
I shan't be airing the details of my BS appointment with some nosy little brat tending the gate. Mind your business or you'll get the whip, child!
But, as a guard, knowing your business is my business. He shouldn't threaten to whip people. Actually, that reminds Lil of her toolkit.
I don't think you're allowed to not tell me what your business is.
Yeah.
Insolence!
But, sir, it's only a deposit.
One more outburst, and it will be back in the cage with you.
Okay. Using the tools was hinted at pretty heavily, so...
I'm sorry, sir. I was just slouching, only for a second. I'll make sure that none of the blood gold falls out of its case.
You nincompoop! It wasn't me using the whip. If it was, believe me, you'd feel it.
Wait a second. Did he say blood gold? Isn't that illegal?
He didn't say blood gold, he said bloody gold. It's a form of slang he must have picked up from somewhere. Isn't that right, you bloody idiot?
Yes, sir. Whatever you say, sir.
I'd still like to see that gold.
I'd like to take a closer look at those gold bars.
Yep. We're definitely confiscating these.
I think I need to hold on to these.
Why, you greedy little urchin. I think I like you more than ever.
No, it's not like that.
Oh, of course. Just remember, if you make any form of profit off of those, you're as much to blame as I am.
Yeah, but do you know what they
Now,
say?
since you are finished rifling through my personal belongings, you insufferable petty little monster, let me pass.
I don't think so. I mean, you know what they say about bees and honey and vinegar. Let's call Striker about this.
Blood gold. We've been on the lookout for mules bringing it into the sprawl for years now. Deny this man immediately. Well spotted, Guardsman. You are a credit to the force.
Thanks. Okay, dude. Off with you.
It's the goblin's fault, isn't it? Nasty, deceptive creatures. What about this? Let me through the gate, but I shall leave the goblin tied up outside like the cur he is.
No way. It's actually your fault, not the goblins.
But sir, the gold!
Silence! All right, you rotten little girl, I'll go. But you will rue the day you crossed me.
I think it'll be worth it. Grumpkin T. Dankworth and Whelp. You foiled a blood gold trafficker on your first damn day. Legend.
Good afternoon. This is Dr. Marquess Beatrix von Matterhorn calling. Who may I ask am I speaking to?
This is Lil.
Nice to meet you, Lil. I need one of you gate guards to come down to the dig site as soon as you can.
Okay, and where exactly is... She hung up.
As soon as I can, huh?
Why, hello there! I have come to the Sprawl to participate in capitalism. After years on the road as a traveling merchant, I'm finally ready to put down roots. And what better place than the sprawling metropolis of the Sprawl? Huh, I just got that. Garby Bunches is the name.
Garby Bunches? Funny name. But that's gotta be made up. I'm gonna have to see some documentation.
Can't fault you for doing your due diligence. Here's my vendor's license issued by the Sprawl Board of Trade.
Okay.
He's right. Everything is in order.
I just can't wait to get in the mix and figure out what kind of merchant this place really needs. Since I was a boy selling lemonade, when life literally gave me lemons, I've dreamed of maximizing profits and keeping overhead low.
I've always said this place needs a nondescript vendor to shake things up a little.
See, you get it. Once I've set up shop selling, well, whatever I decide to sell, I'll be sure to give you a discount.
Yay!
I look forward to buying... something.
Also, there was, a thing here that the jester wanted us to call him if we meet a person with a funny name. So let's do that.
Garby Bunches. Where have I heard that name before? Wait a minute. Ask him if he's descended from Garbanzo the Terrible.
Are you related to Garbanzo the Terrible?
Yep, my great-great-great-great-grandpappy Garbanzo.
OMG, tell him I'm a huge fan. I've got so many questions. Like, why did he use an ice cream scoop? How did he dispose of all that mess?
This isn't helpful.
You're not helpful.
Aww. So I guess Malcolm likes him.
I'm not planning to sell lemonade, but I could see a stall for, well, capes and monocles. Really tap into the opera and or vampire market.
Ooh.
How about powders and ointments? Who doesn't love a good ointment?
Well, I'd like a cape and a monocle.
There's nothing more exciting than the chance of unlimited possibility.
You're really making me feel good about this, kid. When I start expanding, I'll let you in on the ground floor. You could be the first powder and ointment franchisee.
Well, let's let him in.
Can you smell that?
The trash barge? Yeah, it comes through on the weekends. The smell only lingers for a couple of days.
Not the reek of filth and decay. That's the reek of opportunity. See you around.
Garby Bunches. Who would have known that a funny name would lead to connecting Jester Malcolm to one of his historical heroes? Good job. Yay! No more folks. Time to close up shop. Yay! Almost 4. We don't really need a recap. I mean, we could if we wanted to, but we don't really need it. Alright. We did get that phone call, so let's go to the dig site. See what's up. Ammonia, hydrogen, iodine, all pretty basic stuff. Machines like this are a relatively new discovery in the sprawl. Lil notices the words Commander Keen among the inscrutable technical jargon. Ah, I used to play Commander Keen games when I was in elementary school. Yeah, elementary school. I wanted to look, well, the hole is so deep you can't see the bottom. They must have a really good ladder guy. Can I look in the... Aww. There was an eye icon. Aha! You see a small cot and a pile of clothes through the gap. Dr. B must sleep here. I think that was all we could look at in here.
Oh my, were you left behind? The last group of school children departed hours ago. Feel free to wait in the lost and found box until someone comes to collect you.
No, you called me. I'm Lil. We spoke on the phone. I was covering for my dad at the South Gate.
Of course, Lil, yes. Yes. But no, this is highly irregular. But then again, you'll have to do, for the sake of time. Ha! Sake of time. Do you get it?
No.
Trust me, you will.
Who are you?
Who are you again?
Dr. Marquess Beatrix von Matterhorn, head of archaeological research at the Royal Academy. But you can call me B.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And what's so great about this place?
Would you like the long or short version?
I've got time.
Hit me with some of that sweet exposition, baby.
This place is known as the dig site.
How creative.
We stand at the site upon which power crystals were first discovered.
The power crystals that I use for the tools in the guard shed?
Those and every other technological marvel of our lifetimes.
Tell me more.
The power crystal was discovered completely by accident. 80 years ago, on this site, an iconic dwarven heavy metal band performed to celebrate the coronation of Princess Desdemona's grandfather, King Artemis. At the moment of a particularly rumpus drum solo, the vibrations opened up a chasm, swallowing the entire stage and the musicians, and a few dozen enthusiastic fans. Legend says the band emerged from the chasm adorned in the glowing magical rocks, or what we know as power crystals today.
That must have looked awesome.
Very awesome, but there's more. Whether by fate or the actions of an inebriated mage, the bass player was struck by a lightning bolt, and the crystals in her cape and beard absorbed the electric discharge. Everything that previously relied on magic within a 5-mile radius lit up and was charged for weeks.
Hardcore.
Very hardcore. A massive industry sprung up and developed the multitudes of ways we use power crystals, which ushered in an unprecedented era of prosperity for the Sprawl, making our city-state the world power it is today.
Gotcha. But what does this have to do with me?
I am the preeminent expert in the advanced properties of power crystals, and my research suggests we have barely scratched the surface of what these puppies can do.
Okay, but again, what does this have to do with me?
Lil, I have found how to harness the crystal's power to alter the very fabric of time. May I present the Chronometer 3000? And what I need to know from you is, do you know anyone who would be willing to go on what some might call an adventure?
Yeah, me.
Oh, me! I want to go on an adventure!
Wonderful. But before you go off and start pushing buttons willy-nilly, let me explain how I came across this incredible new discovery, or more exposition, as you might say. You see, by transmuting the crystal's more raw and ethereal properties and tethering it to a gnomish astrolabe, they can produce temporal anomalies.
Nod.
We began experimenting by fashioning teeny tiny harnesses and attaching the crystals to mice and directing radio signals towards them.
Nod.
We perfected the process and found that we could send these mice back minutes, hours, even a full day with a less than 13% fatality rate.
Nod.
Blah blah microscope, blah blah live chicken, blah 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 resonance chamber, blah.
Okay, fine.
Wait, what? Where am I? What just happened? I was just at the dig site. Now I'm back here somehow? Oh, quick pants check. No pee at least. Great. What was she going on about? That device thingy? Oh my god, why is it here with me? Did I just...
Good afternoon. This is Dr. Marquess Beatrix von Matterhorn calling. Who may I ask am I speaking to?
Check this out. You were about to tell me you need a gate guard to come down to the dig site, right?
My word, you gate guards are intuitive. I hope they're paying you a more than fair wage.
They probably aren't, the way my dad complains about it. She hung up. Again.
All right. Oh, hi.
Why, hello there. I've come to the Sprawl to participate in capitalism. After years on the road as a...
Let me stop you there. Your name is Grabby Blanchers, right? You're a traveling merchant or something?
Ah, I see my reputation precedes me. Kind of. The name is Garby Bunches.
This is so weird. I swear I already dealt with this guy. I can either do the same thing as I did last time, or maybe this is a chance to try something different.
I'm sorry. Are you talking to me?
That's what I'm trying to decide, Garbs.
Regardless, here's my vendor license issued by the Sprawl Board of Trade for confirmation.
He's right. Everything is in order. I need to get this guy processed and get my butt back to the dig site.
Mm-hmm. He's okay. I'm pretty sure we don't have to do anything differently.
I swear swear I've done this already. I remember pulling the lever.
Can you smell that?
I think then you said something about opportunity.
You got it. See you around.
I need to get back to the dig site to figure out what just happened.
Okay. Let's go back. It is the only place we can go to anyway. We've already seen these. It's the same descriptions that we had before for everything. So let's just go and have a chat.
Oh, Lil from the phone call earlier, of course. Yes. But no, this is highly irregular. But then again, you'll have to do for the sake of time. Sake of time. Do you get it?
I already told you no. Oh, wait, I actually do.
My name is Dr. Marquess Beatrix von Matterhorn, head of
Archaeological research at the Royalty School for Smart People. You said I can call you Trixie. We've been through this before.
I'd prefer if you called me B.
Yeah, that shows how well she was listening earlier.
And this is the site where power crystals were first discovered and you used them to make a time machine. Then you baited me with promises of adventure and pretty much forced me to push the big shiny button on your silly little time machine, and now I'm pretty sure I'm just traveled back through time and I'm kind of freaking out here. Any questions?
Wait, why am I asking you questions? For any of this to be possible, it would require the use of my newly crafted device. May I present the Chronometer 3000? Wait, where did it go?
Do you mean this?
My invention! How did you get that?
You gave it to me. Well, not really, but you were gonna give it to me, I think. You were in the middle of explaining.
And you were seduced by the glowing red button.
Can you blame me?
Yes, but it is a good button. I'm just proud of myself that your particles weren't immediately dispersed to the furthest reaches of space and time. That risk becomes much lower once I configure it to your individual life source, which I will do now.
Okay.
At any rate, I think the castle gate is a perfect place to test my prototype, and I need a willing gate guard to use the device. And allow me to track their progress to make sure only the right people are permitted entry to the sprawl. Do you have any questions?
Right people?
Right people.
Individuals or groups that would improve the daily life of the inhabitants of the sprawl, rather than those who would see harm come to the community and castle.
Isn't that subjective?
Yes, well, I suppose it is, but recently the kingdom has seen a rise in rebellious factions, envious neighboring nations, not to mention the resentful Mages Guild since the Power Crystal has replaced most household magical applications. One wrong choice could trigger a domino effect that could lead to the fall of the sprawl.
And to the fiery end that we saw in our dream, I suppose?
So to recap, you're giving me, a 12-year-old who worked exactly one day at the castle gate, the power to rewind time? Why not just use it yourself?
I have been testing the device myself for months. In fact, I used it to repeat a month's worth of the same day and learn to play the oboe. Can I show you?
No thanks.
Oh, well, perhaps another time. My calculations suggest that no changes I could make from my post at the Royal Academy would have nearly the impact on the sprawl that you gate guards do. Academia, am I right? So I came to the conclusion that trying it out at the gate is a calculated risk worth taking.
I think I get the idea, Dr. B. I'm ready to go out in the world and use this device properly, and definitely not to win the lottery or to repeatedly watch people trip and fall over and over again.
You'd want that?
Yeah.
With all that money, I could pay people to trip and fall over and over again.
Regardless, you'll find you can't use it whenever or wherever you want. It is now calibrated, so it will only allow you to fold space and time when you are inside the guard shed.
Ah, rats.
Furthermore, by default, the device will automatically allow you to travel back to the start of your guard shift, including your loadout. However, I hacked it a bit so that you can jump back to a specific point in the turn. Hack is the key word, though. I have to leave now. There is more science to be done. I will summon you soon, and we will see what else you might be ready for. Thank you, Lil. The world thanks you.
No pressure.
You can do this. Just try not to break space and time.
I'll do my best. Exactly.
I'm not kidding.
Maybe I should have mentioned I was only working the gate for one day. Oh well. It's getting pretty late. I should head home.
Alright, let's go home then. The tavern is our home apparently. Aw, can't talk to her or anything.
Your dad's over there.
Okay. Legend has it that this neon sign was made by a company that makes custom neon signs. That's where they keep the good stuff. Arda will only open a bottle for people she knows will pay their tab. You remember this working when you were little. Pretty great collection of tunes. Your dad always says if you ever save enough money, you could chip in to get her fixed. This ain't the nicest place in town, but there's always a warm fire going.
Hey, there she is, my hard-working, angel-faced sweetest of the sweetest daughter of mine.
You didn't win your gambling, did you?
No, but it wasn't my fault. The other team was just too good. But I didn't lose all my money. We still have left what I didn't bet, so...
That'll be 15 gold for the ale.
And now we don't have any left. Hey, Lil, did you take any bribes or pickpocket anyone today?
You would just gamble the gold bars away. I'm not giving them to you. Sorry.
Sorry, nothing today.
Oh, rats.
Rats? Again? I mean, we don't have rats, I swear.
No, not like that. Oh, well. I'll go call my guy anyways. See if he'll front me the money to bet with.
Wait, you'll never believe what happened. Right at the end of my shift, I got this phone call, okay? Asking me to come down to the dig site.
Did you remember to lock up the shed?
What? Yes.
And turn off the light?
Yes, I did. Whatever, just listen.
Yeah, it is important to lock up and turn off the light when you leave. Well, I mean, first turn off the light and then lock up, I guess.
You gotta make sure to turn off the light, Lil. They'll charge us for the overnight usage.
Yeah.
I remember to turn off the light. I think. Anyways, Dad, I met this professor at the dig site and she had this time machine, and when I touched the time machine, I went back in time. Then she gave me the time machine to use when I worked the guard shed for you, but it only works at the guard shed, so that was kind of a bummer. But it's super cool, and it only works for me.
That's great, sweetie. I'm glad you liked covering for me today. But you don't have to make up stories just so you can work another shift.
Wait, no, that's not what's happening.
Anytime you want to be just like Daddy and work down at the guard shed, all you need to do is ask.
Dad, you're not fully comprehending what I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, Arda, did you hear? Lil's making up cute stories so she can be more like her old man.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Adults.
I have the power to manipulate time and I demand to be taken seriously.
Okay, I understand. I can see that you're serious. Seriously adorable. But honestly, Lil, you can cover for me anytime you like. You're probably doing a better job than me anyways.
This isn't how I expected it to go.
Speaking of that, I better call my guy and make a bet on the next game. It's getting late. You better get upstairs to bed, Missy. Good night, Lil.
This sounds too adorable for us to not choose this one.
You'll rue the day you didn't believe in my powers of space and time. You'll see. You'll all see.
All we can see is how cute you are, sweets.
As cute as her mother.
Whatever. Good night, Dad. Good luck with your gambling.
I don't need luck.
Yeah. Today, with the not winning is totally proof of not needing luck.
Whew, I'm pooped. That's enough adventure for one day. I'm ready to hit the sack.
Mrs. Abernathy. On her way to the bar, Mrs. Abernathy accidentally walked into 2 more tutorials, causing her to be late to make a bet on the big Goblin Ball game. Her grandson's inheritance is safe, for now. Aww. Tyronius at Thanatos. Tyronius at Thanatos gave his keynote speech at the Festival of Magical Freedoms and inspired most in the crowd. The divide between magical and non-magical beings grew a little more that night. He is indebted to Councilwoman Ash for her influence in facilitating his smooth admittance to the sprawl. Denise the Cyclops. After Denise picked up her kids, she moved them safely out of view but not earshot, and gave Kelly a piece of her mind. Polyphemus and Orlando Jr. learned a handful of new words that day, but some they knew already. Grumpkin T. Dankworth and Whelp. Due to your cunning confiscation and denying the old coot Grumpkin T. Dankworth was unable to make his sizable deposit of illegal blood gold to BS, Bank of the Sprawl. Unfortunately, it happened on the same day of an unprecedented volume of cash withdrawals. This caused the bank to run and close early. People panicked. They burned the bank to the ground. Mr. Dankworth refused to donate money to have it rebuilt. Aww. Garby Bunches. Garby Bunches found a vacant plot of land in the alley behind the Twisted Sisters Tavern and set up his Emporium of Wonders. Cool. Level 2.
Good morning. You're listening to The Morning Crawl, the #1 morning show in the sprawl. I'm your host, Dodger, joined as always by my co-host, The Ham, who I will remind you is a live pig. Let's jump right in and get your morning started and muse over the news. Today in the headlines, it was just announced that the heir to the throne, Princess Desdemona, has come of age and will be taking a suitor. No, I don't think Desdemona wants a pig as a husband, the Ham. But then again, neither did my ex-wife. Hey-oh! With multiple suitors making their way into the city, expect backups and delays across all major routes this morning. Now let's get to the music. You're listening to the Morning Crawl here in the Sprawl with Dodger and the Ham.
Okay, that's that for this morning.
I liked it better when it was Dodger and the Cluck, but I guess it was too hard to keep training that chicken.
Alright. An angsty band for tweens and tweens at heart. Can't look at the Dragoons poster though. Ooh.
I think I should find my dad. Good thing I always sleep in my clothes and I'm ready to go.
That's the official crest of the Sprawl and the royal family. Okay, well, I think I'm going to keep it to 1 level per episode. So I'm ending this one here and we'll check out level 2 or day 2 in the next one. I'm having a ton of fun with this game. In fact, it's kind of difficult to make myself quit. Between episodes, I just want to keep playing. But, we'll continue from here in the next episode and, I hope you're having fun with this as well and will join me for future episodes to see how we do and whether or not our reality is going to end in flames the same way our dream did. Or nightmare, I guess. Anyway, for now, thank you so much for watching and spending a little of your time with me here today. If you liked this video, please leave it a like. I would really love that. And also, please remember to be kind to yourself. Have a lovely rest of your day. And I will see you again next time.